Finally, we get to see Ark Passive for Blade. I did make a video, but that's not properly set up. It's just to show you the remaining energy and use surge effect. So today, we're gonna finally say goodbye. We're gonna say goodbye to these. You've served me well. We have enough gear to fully transition into Tier 4 Ark Passive. Every class, every spec, every build transitions differently, and it also depends on your combat level, your horizontal stuff, and all of that. So yeah, for those that know, for those that watch my stream every day, you guys know what to do so that you guys could rush your combat level, because that's very important. Anyways, as for Surge Blade, you want to generally transition. It also depends on these relic engravings, right? But generally for Surge Blades, you want to transition at 3 ancient pieces. Entropy said also goodbye. Entropy said. The reason why Surge Blade transition a little bit slower than, let's say, like Gunslinger, PM Gunslinger, is because for those that don't know, like the 101, the basics of Lost Ark, just gear, not class, just gear separately, right? Entropy set has the most damage increasing value. Nightmare classes usually transition a little bit quicker, but that's once again, if that is too confusing for you guys in Twitch chat, because I know someone's gonna be like, does that mean I just go Entropy Gunslinger? That's not what I mean, right? We're just, if we look only at the set value. The reason I have the most ancient gear than any other blade is because my I got the box static, you know. Yeah, they gave me the box for 2 weeks. Yeah, so we'll go chest. It doesn't really matter. And then we'll go with shoulders. So I just made salvation. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. All right, now that it gives 20 points right there instead of 8 points for relic. So if we look at Ark Passive, you see I am missing a lot of points. I can't go down here, right? These are the combat stats. And then this one, there's like a new damage increase stat. I don't know how to translate this. What is the first tab in English, guys? If you saw the roadmap. And then there's like multiplicative and additive. TLDR is to evolution. Okay, so this increases evolution damage. And yeah, but TLDR, there is already like, you know, we know what to pick. Okay? So basically, if you're like this, you're really weak because you have only combat stats and you don't have any like bonus damage coming from here, right? This is your class. We cannot just go to Ark Passive because we don't have bonuses. So that's why we need the ancient gear and combat level. Obviously, the more ancient gear, the more powerful I will get. That's why people are not going weapon. Rip silver, dude. I made a big boo-boo off stream. I rolled a gem that I shouldn't have rolled. It was already perfect gem and I rolled it on accident, so I lost a lot. I lost a lot of silver that way. So let's go to the set. Boom. And you see that? 25 more points, chat. 25 more points. So we could go here. We could take some like crit. That gives me 4% crit. And then evolution damage increased by 5, right? But the 4%. And once I have more ancient gear, I could drop that. Last tab, we go to infighting. So this one increases crit chance by 20% and crit damage by 32%. So this one, like, as long as you have a directional skill, as long as you have a directional, whether it's a front attack or a back attack, even if you don't hit back or head, you still get the crit damage. Like, even if you don't attack at the back, as long as your skill says back attack or head attack, even if you don't hit at the head or back, then you can go, you get the crit damage. We're gonna lose some crit damage, but it's okay. We're gonna get evolution damage as well as engravings and stuff like here. Basically, Ark Passive, we're gonna get really strong. Like today, I'm about to go from like, I'm about to gain like 30, if not 40% damage increase from the tier 4 accessories because I have highest option roll on each of them. We'll have to fix my accessories. And then the ones like these two, the off color ones, I'm gonna send it to my alts because they have mid rolls. So my main, I'm gonna give the high rolls. This is another video as well, okay? Just TLDR accessory gives more damage, about 7 to 8% damage increase, depending on the rolls, right? I'm kind of underballing it. And then now that I have these set options, I'm gonna be doing a lot more damage. Before that, I was like this, right? I was this weak. Now that I gain this, I get more power. And I also gain one more point here or you could go over to this side. So that's gonna also give power. Like these nodes are usually like about 1% damage increase. These nodes have 5 points. All right, that's the TLDR. Okay. Now, other big damage increaser is the engravings. Engravings. I bought them. I was the first 10 people in Korea to buy these engravings. This morning, this was 300K when I started the stream, right? Go back to the VOD. So this is Grudge. It skyrocketed, right? I bought Grudge at 45K each. And then Adrenaline had an all-time high right here. 500K. All-time high. Someone bought it for 500K. It just skyrocketed. Why did Adrenaline skyrocket, Zeals? Because Adrenaline is now the best relic engraving. Not legendary, relic. Keen Blunts has really good value for Soul Eaters, even Blade, because we have so much crit coming from Ark Passive. If you have access to relic engravings, you could go Ark Passive faster, because they carry the weight of you losing the set. As I said, like if you don't have ancient gear, then you don't have the set points here, right? You don't have these guys, the 4th tier. I got the 4th tier. I'm one of the first blades to get the 4th tier because if you if you win the 2 chests first 2 weeks of A gear, then you get 3 pieces. Keep that in mind, guys. So also, you saw my attack go up by 10k because of, like, once again, these new tier 4 accessories. They have a lot of dicks on them. My HP went up as well. Combat stat stays the same. So let me, what was I even talking about? I don't want to go. So let me talk about these first, okay? All right, I'll talk about engravings. Let's learn the engravings, okay? Let's learn the engravings. So I have Cursed All. Finally, I'm gonna learn it with you guys. All right. For the first time, I rushed something and it paid off. Yeah, rushing the home didn't pay off, by the way. Now you see that there's 4 dots. That means every 5 books give a perk. Every 5 books. And then remember I said that your rock also gives perk. So if you have a 7/7 rock, it's gonna give you damage increase. If you have a 9/7 rock like me or 10/6, it's about 8 to 9% damage increase. 8 to 9%. 7/7 also enjoys pretty big perk. But yeah, this is where, so the relic engraving gives me damage increase because you're going 5x3 plus 1 into full 6x3. Think of it like that. So if you had Adrenaline 1, now even with legendary books, you're going Adrenaline 3. So you went from 5% crit to 14% crit. If you have relic book, then you go to 20% crit, right? As well as the attack increase. Let me, I guess, talk about the Ark Passive skills. These are the combat stats. This is very nice because we can change this. Watch this. So let's say you have crit synergy, right? Let's say you're playing Gunslinger or you're playing Soul Eater, and then you got crit synergy. Maybe you're pugging, you got 2 crit synergy. Then you could, like, you know, you could drop some crit. Look at that. You could drop it down to 300 crit. You could put it a little bit into swiftness. Oh, so some classes are already experimenting with this, like Soul Eaters, spec Soul Eaters. They're like, if we get crit synergy, then we could take care of some swiftness or vice versa. Okay, so you could do that mid-raid. You don't have to go buy new accessories. This one is just flat evolution damage increaser, pretty boring, but very good. And then here, this one is just like the standard entropy, 20% crit, 32% crit damage. And so crit damage kind of gained value, like Keen Blunt gained value because we lost a lot of crit damage for dropping our entropy set. So that's why Keen Blunt also went to the moon, as well as crit damage. And also Yearning changed a little bit. So elixirs kind of changed as well, like master as well as critical. I will show you Surge Blade before and after. 482 during purple. During tier 3, when I had tier 3 gear, oh holy, what is this damage? When I was in tier 3, I was doing like 300 something. Whoa, what is this damage? 505k, okay? Okay. So we're doing about 100 million more than when I was in tier 3. Right now we're in a transitional gear right now. Okay, so about 480 to 505. All right. Now let's see with Ark Passive. Now before I hit the dummy, let me quickly explain what Surge Blade is gonna go through with Ark Passive. Ark Passive for Surge Blades look like this. These 3 are the same as before. Some classes, they got nerfed. Their class engraving got nerfed. numerically, but you compensate it over here. Knight's Edge as well. There are other classes. But Surge really didn't get anything, no other changes. So these are the additional ones. So let me go over the additional one. This one, you want to go straight down because this one is the big dick one. So this one says, when you do Surge for 60 seconds, it increases your next Surge damage. And it stacks up to 3. So that's pretty nice. Except for your opener. Your opener Surge, I guess, won't be as strong because you don't have the 3 stacks. Because every time you Surge, you get a stack. So we have to think about that. Like, Atropine still at the beginning. Or do I go with 3 stacks first? And then this one is another buff that goes over your HP bar. So when you Surge, for 12 seconds, you gain a buff that increases your next burst damage. Or your Surge damage, sorry. In Korea, we call Surge burst. So increases your next Surge damage by 2. And then every point I put in there, it goes up to 10%. So this is where the people are complaining. They're like, what? We have this 12-second window. So let's see how much damage I do. Let's see. First time looking at it. That's without the stack. There's a stack. You see the buff? You see that creepy guy looking at me? You're seeing it firsthand, boys. The most geared blade. Wow! It keeps going up! It keeps going up! The most geared blade. Hold on, hold. I'm not gonna do anymore. I'm not gonna do anymore. It went down. It went down. It went down. It went down. It was at 150 million. It was at 150 million. I'm not gonna do anymore. It's gonna be a good week, guys. Good week. We're gonna do a lecture about Soul Eater, Gunslinger. It's about and remaining energy. I'm more excited for remaining energy, man. Remaining energy, bro. That shit looked so fun, dude. I just need to get better at it. What? 700? 42%? Damn, me quick, man. Oh, wait. Fourth, new calculation, please. New calculation, please. It was 740. 740. Can we get a new math on that, sir? 743, my bad. Can we get a new math on that? Remember, the circulate has to come purple. 47% increase? Dude, it's kind of weird doing this rotation without yearning, by the way. It's without yearning, I mean the attack speed. Like, it's getting a little clunky. Like, I have to triple press some of these. Here he goes, guys. Holy! Bruh. Ah! Hide the screen. Anybody else? Like, come on, man. Anybody else? Thank you! God damn it! Holy. I'm sorry, baby. I love artists, but just once, man. I'll carry you after this.
Round 1. Fight.
What? That's without atrophy? What? Wait, he's already phased? This is what I'm talking about. The stacks? What? The 12-second stacks? What? He's gonna die. What? I gotta change my pants. Getting demonetized, man. Just OnlyFans that thing. Holy 135. You know what's crazy? Remaining energy does just as much DPS.